Today we're going to be using grease pencil shader to create this awesome Kirby render, which you can use for your other projects. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. First off, what we want to do is it has to be in Eevee. We can't be in cycles. You'll know why. But so far, this model, I grabbed some models from Sketchfab and everything. So we'll create a new material. Go to new. So far, we have the basic material, principal BSDF. Because we're in Eevee, we're able to get this a shader to RGB converter. So as long as it says shader to RGB, we pull this up, press G to move it, and so far there's nothing going on. It's because we need the color ramp. So Shift A, color ramp, and right, what's going on? Okay, so we have material. We have two materials kind of colliding. That's what the shader RGB does. If we take that off, it does nothing. We're we got nothing going on, but we just go to shader. We need to shade the RGB color ramp and go here to linear and constant. Now add a more stylized look to it. We can add another material, and obviously Kirby's pink. So let's go and go for a pink color. And the colors are affected by the light. So the right side is the brightest. You can see it's mostly affected. The shaders are mostly black. The brightest is pink. You can go ahead and change the colors here. Right, that looks kind of cool, and you can go ahead and change it up. You can change the brightness here. So the color won't change too much, only the brightness color you choose. I mean, based on where I have my camera right here, I have my camera set at 1080 by 920. And you could stop here if you want, if you don't care about the grease pencil, but want to do a bit more. And let's go ahead and change the shaders of the other objects. So what I like to do just for a shortcut is select all, right click copy, or control C. I'm on Windows. Let's go to the star, press X to delete that, go V, paste. So it's the same material, but it's a star. So let's go and change it to yellow. The white be the really bright yellow. And go ahead and play around with this. And then I added some billows. So let's delete this. Let's change the color to an orange. This yellow type. And I added some water down here. What I did for here is I got a flat plane. I added a so right now it's flat, right? Added I got a displace modifier. Change it to here. You go down here after you do the displace modifier. You go to textures. Click on clouds. It would be an image or movies. You would go to clouds, and so it would make these bumpy areas here. So go back to modifier, and we want to subdivide it. So add more polygons. So it will make it more smooth. It would probably be a 1-2. Make sure you change it to 2-2 just so you know what it looks like. Here, the water part, OV, and let's make that blue. And so far, it looks different here. So we have to go to the render. And right now, it looks totally different. I forgot to go in the render part. But let's go ahead and change some stuff here. Do the same thing to the bar. Too bright. Play around. Here's pillows. Bright. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's just changing the brightness. That looks kind of pretty neat. Here, a little bit brighter. So far we have the shaders we can use, and we can stop here, but we also have the grease pencil right here. Let me delete it. I was playing with it before. But go to grease pencil, go to blank, and so far you just have this guy right here. Oh, sorry. You just have called the blank, ends up in the collection of G pencil. And so what I want to do is there's nothing being shown, but what you have to do is go to add modifier, go to generate line art, and right now I have the Kirby in the collection. I have it under Kirby collection. So go to where your G pencil is, go to the Kirby collection. That's mine, or whatever yours is called. On layer, you want to go to material you made. Once you have the G pencil, go ahead and click on right here, modifier, and you can change layer weight. Just remember whatever is shown in the camera is what will whatever whatever the camera is showing for the grease pencil is where the lines will be. So it looks weird. Right? It's not on the whole model, but it's capturing the shape of the model in the camera. So don't worry about if the camera moves, it will have the stencil, it will have the grease effect around the whole model. You can go ahead and change the outline of the model, and there's also different ways you can change it. Intersection. I usually just keep all this checked on. You can change it to silhouette. These are different ways to change it up. I just keep it as content. You can go ahead just change the shader maybe to match the grease pencil a little bit, and adds a little bit of like variety. Yeah, it doesn't make it as flat. You can change the lighting here. I have some lighting set up, so this affects the shader. Want to play with this? I just have these these two lights on the left and right, and just have an area light, and we have a light right here, backlight. Move that down. Fine. And with that, we have the shader and the grease pencil combined. There's many different ways to change a shader. You can mix nodes, but I just wanted to show the easiest method to understand the grease pencil and shader being combined, right? Because they're two different concepts. I could go, for a while on each one, but I just wanted to show the effectiveness of the model and how you can utilize it in your scene. I'm hoping you guys learned a lot from this. If you have any comments or something you want to give me suggestions for any future videos, I'm always happy. I'm glad you guys could come by and check out this tutorial, and I'll subscribe if you want to go for more content. Comment below what else you want to see. Thanks for your time today, and hope everyone's safe.